So very good afternoon to all the viewers and subscribers. As you can hear and see behind me, there's Egyptian geese, which means we are up in the north at Skybeds this afternoon. And with quite an interesting turn of events, we've got the two Mbiri males that we had a few months ago on the virtual safari here at Skybeds Dam. It's really great to see them again in terms of just how impressive they are, but not so good in terms of the line dynamics. So apparently the report was the Mbiri pride were around yesterday afternoon, close to Skybeds, and there was audio for these males around the Orpin Tar Road, crossing from the Timbavati side, and looks like they've come through and they've caused a bit of chaos again like they did a few months ago. So what we think happened is they might have come in and chased the pride. Apparently most of the pride were seen yesterday with Lambile and Mandevu up in the north here. So we think they've come in, chased them, and there's tracks of the Mbiri pride going past Koppies towards the Kruger side on the other side, so that would be the eastern side of the boundary. So very, very exciting times. I think it's going to be a case where they've come in again, caused a bit of chaos, stirred things up, and they're probably going to go back towards Ngala into the Timbavati. But you never know, things could change. They could be here to stay this time, so let's see what they get up to this afternoon. Currently they're sleeping, but hopefully they're going to get up and have a drink here at Skybeds Dam for us. So the two Mbiri males are up. They've lifted their heads. I don't know what's gotten their attention, but they lifted their heads very quickly. So here we've got the smaller Mbiri male, known as the Shaka male, and behind him is his brother, known as the scar-faced Mbiri male. Chance that you will get up. If you see him yawning, it's a sign that he might get up. Okay, so that was a great afternoon spent with the Mbiri males. They've just gotten up and they've moved. As you can hear, the wind is really pounding. There must be a fire somewhere. There's lots of smoke in the sky. Making it very dramatic with them walking off into the distance. They seem to be heading it more in a northerly direction, maybe even a northwesterly direction, sort of back towards the Timbavati side. We've still got visual of them here through the bush, busy scent marking. They haven't roared yet, which is quite interesting, but we're going to try and keep up with them as far as we can, and then head back towards camp because we are still very far north and we've got quite a way to go. So this morning on the virtual safari we've come out after having those Mbiri males yesterday way up in the north. We've got a little bit of other excitement this morning, and that's in the form of this very lazy hyena. But the hyena is here next to a big marula tree, and in the top of the marula tree is an impala carcass. So we're not sure which leopard it is that's hoisted this kill. We think it might be the Tambweti female, but it could also be the other Sable Bridge female that we mentioned a few episodes ago with the two cubs. So we do know that the two cubs are in the area not far from here, so we're kind of hoping that they might come through here. There was a small herd of zebra that was here earlier on, not very happy and a little bit on high alert, so we're going to stay around in the area and see if anything comes past. So we've just left the carcass to double check a small water hole that's not far from where the kill's hoisted in the tree, just to make sure that that female leopard hasn't come here to drink. And we've got this lovely little group of about 5 zebra that have come down to drink and are all standing very nicely together, very picturesque. So for a minute there we were very, very excited because all the zebras looked towards the opposite end of the pan, and we thought maybe the Tamboti female or whoever it is was going to come and have a drink. It turns out it was just a little grey duiker. So after pretty much searching the whole morning, we managed to finally get a view of the little female. Well, we think it's a female. We think it is the Tamboti female that's lying here. We just need her to lift her head so we can have a look. She's not phased at all by our presence. She's very relaxed. We were driving around the whole area this morning searching. We went to one of the water holes close by. We were checking up in the big marulas close to where the impala kill was hoisted in this marula. And we had no sign of her, and I thought she may have moved off and was actually a bit worried that she might not return. It turns out she was under our noses the whole time, right here in the grass. So very good to see this cat. Like I said, I'm just hoping she lifts her head, or he or she lifts her head so we can see who it is. I'm very confident it's the Tamboti female, but I could be wrong, and it could be maybe someone new on the scene. Okay, so this afternoon we've come down south towards Jackal's Plain, and we're right here at Jackal's Plain Quarry, and we've got the red-road male. It's been quite a while since we've seen him on the virtual safari. I'm very excited to actually get a good glimpse of him again. So it's been quite interesting times for the red-road male. I know that there's been a bit of mystery around him. He sort of vanished for a few weeks, as well as the Nauru Pride. There have been very sporadic sightings of him lately, and we think that he may have even gotten into an altercation with, oh lovely yawn there from him, into an altercation with the Kruger male. Now we're not sure. There was also speculation that he got into a fight with the S8 male. We don't think that this is true. We think that the whole fight with the S8 male was actually based around the southern black dab males. Obviously we can't be very sure, but we are very confident that we think that he has been in a few fights with the Kruger male, and he's had a few bits of scarring and wounds on his back. I haven't seen it yet, he hasn't stood up, but we'll see now when he gets up, hopefully to drink, how bad the wounds are. But he's looking in good shape around his face and his mane. Always good to see the Lone King again. Okay, so this is quite intimidating. We've got such a lovely stare from Red Road there. It's actually very, very intimidating. He is a few, probably close to about 50 meters away from us at the moment, but when those eyes meet yours, it's just a whole different feeling. But he did get up for us and he gave us quite a nice little walk by. I did manage to have a brief look on the back of his legs, by his spine down towards his tail. There looked like some old injuries and bite marks. Probably I'd say a few weeks old. So that is an indication that he has been in a few fights here and there. All I can say is I'd like to see what the other guy looks like. I mean, Red Road has just done so well for himself here in the Manuleti. He established himself really well with the Nauru Pride, and is still very much in charge and top of the pile. But the only question is for all of us is how long. You know, there's never a set time that male lions stay in charge for and rule over a pride. But he has done a really great job so far. Wow, what a display by the Lone King, the red-road male. I think he has definitely one of the most iconic lion roars I've heard for a long time, and yeah, very special roar, and so special that we're here alone with him, and he's right here by our vehicle. We're in this quarry at the moment, and his roar is just radiating and just absolutely going even louder than what it should be, because we're in a dip and it's obviously bouncing off the walls of the quarry, which is just amazing. I know the sound is very difficult to sometimes capture. You sort of have to be here to feel that lion roar and that vibration that it creates through your vehicle and even through your chest. You can feel it in your bones sometimes. But I hope you all enjoyed that. So that was a great virtual safari that I think concludes this virtual safari. We're going to come back here first thing tomorrow morning and see perhaps all the audio and the calling of Red Road throughout the night might attract the rest of the Nauru Pride, and hopefully we'll get to see them in action on the next episode. But I hope you all enjoyed that, and we will see you on the next virtual safari.